Hey guys, how you doing? So I just got a small video today about my hiking first aid kit. Yeah, you should always take a first aid kit when you go hiking or when you go out in the woods or wherever it is you're traveling. Just purely because you can't predict what's going to happen, so regardless you're always going to need first aid. So straight off, this is one of those pouches. I can't remember the name for it, but it's a quick grip. So it's got like this Velcro kind of molly backing for it, so that when you attach it to your pack, or attach it to your belt if you want to as well, and then you can just press these buckles, unclips, and then grab onto the handle, and you just literally rip it off of the your backpack or whatever. It's really handy, especially if you've got this somewhere where you can't really get to it. Then you can just reach around, grab it, I'll clip it and then pull it off. Yeah, so anyway, get straight into it. Rightio, so straight off the bat, first thing that you can see is a splint. When you're going hiking, you should always carry some sort of form of splint in case you get an ankle injury, or you might get like a sprained ankle, sprained wrist. There's a lot of things that can go wrong when you go hiking, and just having some means of splinting or supporting can be really handy. And the next part here, we've got some bandages. I've already opened this bandage and taken out the packet, but I didn't need it, so then I just put it back in a plastic bag. We've got this real cool like adhesive kind of bandage stuff. You stretch it out, wrap it around a wound, and it like adheres to itself. That's always pretty handy. And I just got some just basic medical tape, nothing too fancy. And right here I've got a 10mm syringe. This is just for irrigating wounds out. If wounds get a bit dirty, obviously they can get infected, and that's not really not really good for your health. Right, next up is saline solution. So this is for cleaning wounds out, or if you have a small burn, you could irrigate it. I've got some gloves in here as well. Always need gloves. Yeah, don't want to get blood or foreign objects into your cuts and scrapes. These are just like small little crepe bandages. They're quite small and convenient, so they just fitted pretty perfectly in this little slot here. Instant ice pack. Usually you could just, if you have a sprained like ankle or wrist, you could just literally sit by the river and just hold your hand in the water, and that can give the same effect of cooling. I've got some more gloves, because you never know. In the top here we've got quite a lot of gauze pads. So we've got the wound dressing combi 10x9s. I think I got 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. Nothing else in there. And then the next pouch, we've got smaller. I don't want to call them pads. They're dressings. I don't know why they say pads. Yeah, 5x5 pads, and these are just like pretty cheap, easy to get. Heaps of them, just in case. You never know. And then I've got a triangle bandage. So that's it for this side, and then going into like the smaller administration kind of pouch. So first up we've got paracetamol. You should really carry some sort of pain relief with you, just in case you might hurt yourself, or alcohol prep pads. Now these are just mainly sterilization, so you would use these to if you get like a graze, you just quickly chuck one of these, rip them open, and applicate that to the wound area, just so it doesn't get infected, or prevents it, or tries to prevent it from getting infected. This is loratadine antihistamine tablets. These are really good. If you got hay fever and stuff like that, you don't want hay fever bringing your trip down, so why not carry some of these. I've got burn gel. This is a small little sachet. I throw that in there just because there's some situations where it could be lighting fires and you could be burning yourself. I haven't used it for sunburn yet, but it's a pretty cool idea. Some more alcohol prep pads. And then we got plasters. Yeah, always gonna need plasters. Always get small cuts. On my recent tramp, I don't know what I was doing, but bloody cut myself. It's a bit annoying. And used a plaster. Now it's all healed up. Alright, these are some non-adherent dressings. So these are dressings that like won't stick when you're they won't stick to the wound. So yeah, they're kind of like, well, it's in the name, non-stick. We'll leave it at that instead of going into a big explanation about them. These are pretty cool. These are iodine swabs, and yeah, there's like a little, you can see that line there. You kind of like break that there. I don't know if it's plastic or glass. I don't think it's glass, but you break that tubing at the top, and all this iodine starts to soak through, and you can use iodine to applicate around the wound, sterilize it. And then I guess the other side is just for cleaning up extra mess. These are cool. I haven't actually needed to use these yet. Be fascinating to see how they go. And then this one here, I just got some ibuprofen tablets. I think these are 200 meg. Yeah, 200 milligrams. Always good. Anti-inflammatories are usually pretty good. And I think that is it. Yeah, so there's a couple of other things that should be in here as well. One of them would be a space blanket or a thermo blanket, obviously for hypothermic patients, or you know, if you need to conduct an emergency shelter or whatever it is, apocalypse survival stuff. But yeah, let me in the comments what you guys would put in your hiking or outdoor adventure first aid kit. There's a lot of different variants out there. There's bigger ones, smaller ones, day tramps, multi-nights, and all sorts. Yeah, so just let me down in the comments what you think should be in a first aid kit for outdoors. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully see you next time.